Kaixo eta ongi etorri. Ni Esther Naiz eta zu? Well, I am bringing to you a Quizlet vocab list of 100 essential or frequent words that you would hear on a daily basis. I created the list for you just sitting down, watching the news one day, and I'm like, what are some words that they've repeated? And just kind of went off of that because they're common words that you will hear if you are in the Basque country, traveling through here, living here, or if you are maybe talking to your family members. So it's a variety of words. Some are really basic and then some are advanced. They're just the vocab though, where there's no actual grammar explanation there. So it's just to build your vocab list. So let's dive in and so you can see what it actually looks like if you're not familiar with Quizlet. Many people are always asking for, Basque and Duolingo. Well, I don't create for Duolingo, but I do create lots of vocab lists for Quizlet for my students. And I did it for years, since around 2007, maybe 2008, when Quizlet first came out. I've been using it not only for when I taught biology and chemistry, but also for all my Spanish classes and English classes now, and also for Basque. So it's a variety of different vocab lists that I've created throughout the years. So let's dive into Quizlet. This is what it's going to look like. Now, Quizlet, if you're not familiar with it, is a browser, or you can go into, it's a website in a browser that you can go to. It's just Quizlet.com. You'll notice mine says plus because I do have the paid version as a teacher. You do not need that. So you can use it on the browser or you can use it on your telephone as a downloaded app. It's going to ask you to pay for it. I don't recommend paying for it. You don't need to have the paid version. For me, why I wanted the paid version was so I could create the audio portion for you and you would have my voice, or if I get friends to help me out and I use their native voices in Basque. But otherwise, I would have to use like the AI voice, the automated voice, and I didn't like that. So that's why I have the paid. Otherwise, you don't really need it. So what it will look like is you have 101 words, I believe is what I put into it. And they're here. You could scroll through them. They're here. And these are the different activities that you can play. Live, which my students really love, you can't play that. You have to have more than one person to do that. You have to also have someone who sets up the game, and it's really fun. However, you're not going to be able to do that one on your own. But down here, these you can tackle yourself. Let's start with flashcards. Flashcards is what you see right here. You got your flashcards, and you can always... let me show you down here. With these flashcards, you're always able to export them if you want or print them. So if you don't want to use it on the computer, you could print these off for your own flashcard set. Just some options within Quizlet. Then if you create your own account, you'd be able to add these to your own folder. Like if you started to create a Basque folder of vocabulary, you'd be able to add this set there. Or just using the link that I gave you, you'll be able to have it. So let's start with flashcards. It's here. You'll see the word like ondo, ongi, oncha. You're like, what is this? I don't know. Or if you do know it, and you just click on it and it flips it. Flashcards. And then you just go ahead and click to the next one. Baña. What is baña? Okay. And you can flip it if you want to see it in Basque first or in Spanish. My favorite activity is learn. And learn is basically working on repetition, but also where it's recognizing what you are telling it. So if you know the words, you're going to be able to click, yes, I know it. If you don't know it, you're going to say, no, I don't know it. And so what it does is it shuffles out words and starts making, this this internet pile of vocab words that you do know and words that you don't know, and then it starts to circulate them and repeat them as you progress. You'll be able to set it up however you want. Like here you can see it's going to be a multiple choice, or you can go over here and say, I don't want multiple choice, I just want the flashcards, or maybe I want to write the words. You'll be able to choose that. You can have audio on so you hear my voice pronouncing the words. And you can choose to answer or in Basque or in English, whatever you prefer. Okay, that's your option. And then you can say how to grade it. Maybe you just want to be able to put one answer because if I have 3 words, you might not remember all the variations, but you know one of them. So you can change that by clicking on it. That's learn. The next activity is you can go into here and you'll have write, so you can write the words, you can spell the words, you can create a test and actually print it off or just complete it online, however you'd like. you would go into here into options because it's already set up. Automatically it sets it up for you. Like here's 5 true-false questions. You go down, 5 multiple choice questions. Then it's going to have 5 matching questions. And anything else? And then it'll grade it for you. But maybe you don't like the test they create for you. And maybe you want to make it bigger. So you can go into here. You know that there's 101 words in here. So maybe you say, okay, I want a test of 50 words. Or maybe I want it of 30 words. You can choose what types of questions you'd like. Written, matching, multiple choice, true, false. You can choose to answer again in Basque or English. This is all coordinated by you, the learner. And then you create your test. Click, and you're off. Another option are the games on here that, of course, my students really like. You've got matching, which is going to be a race, and they put the words on a board, and you're just matching the words and moving around. And gravity is actually a spelling one. It's a game where the planet Earth is getting hit by rocks, and you have to spell the word. Well, you'll set it up as well, like what you're going to spell, if it's going to be Basque or English. And then you have to spell the word as it brings it down in these meteoroids. It'll bring them down and you'd have to spell the words. And so you're basically trying to clear them before they hit planet Earth. And so it's a good way and it's a quick way for you to just work on speed as well. So those are all the options on Quizlet. I hope you enjoy it. And in order to get this, you just need to follow down beneath and give me your name. Give me your email. Yes, you're giving me permission to be on my email list, but if you want to unsubscribe later, then okay, you're more than welcome to. But in order to get this list, that's what I need from you. All right, and that'll be my gift to you. All right, ayo.